Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividend YouTube channel. It is Monday, so you know what that means. It's time to buy some more dividend paying stocks. If you've been following this journey, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. Also, please click the like button to help grow this channel and get the word out on dividend growth investing, getting paid just for owning stocks. This is what dividend growth investing is all about. This is my weekly buy video, and my current strategy is to deposit $100 of my own money per week and let the portfolio do the heavy lifting for me going forward. All dividends received will be reinvested back into that stock from which it was received. My goal is to put this money to work for me in the long term to build a growing and reliable income stream. I am a long-term buy and hold investor who focuses primarily on individual blue chip stocks as well as ETFs and CEFs. What we're looking at right now is my taxable M1 stock brokerage account. This is about 15% of my net worth right now. And right now we're over $240,000. You can see last year, just at the $200,000 mark, it's gone up, it's gone down. In late October, it was at its lowest point, 192, and we've just kind of been on a tear ever since. And today we're down just a little bit because of the inflation news. I will get to the activity log here, and I'm going to show you the buys that I did. And I selected 5 stocks, and I put $20 in each of those positions. But we have 8 buys because we have 3 dividends that came in over the weekend, and those are going to be dripped: the BST, Waste Management, and Digital Realty. So I'll click here on the 8 buys. And we'll see the first company I chose was Lowe's for $20, and then Oracle $20, and Cisco for $20, and then BST. This is a monthly payer for me, and the 461.87. This is going to be rolled right back into BST, and it's just going to increase that dividend for the next month. And then next I picked JP Morgan for $20. And then Digital Realty, this is another dividend drip for $7.98, and then Starbucks for $20, and then last is Waste Management for a $5.98 dividend drip. So you can see with my $100, the snowball was $475 of that, which is quite nice. We'll take a look at the holdings really quickly. And I have 54 positions in this portfolio. Again, this is only 15% of my net worth. Most of my net worth is wrapped up into ETFs like VTI and VU, and of course SCHD. I have SCHD in this portfolio, and it's the largest position. I also have SCHD in an IRA as well, where I have even more SCHD. So you can see SCHD again is the largest position. My largest individual position is in AbbVie. We'll scroll all the way down. You can see these are really mostly blue chip companies that pay a reliable dividend, and ones that increase their dividend year over year. There are some exceptions, like an Oracle. They did not raise their dividend last year, but the year prior they raised their dividend by 25%. So it seems like every 2 years Oracle does a dividend increase, and a very large one. So that's why they're in the portfolio, and they're also a growth stock as well. So Pinnacle West, which is a utility, they are my smallest position in this portfolio. So I'm going to jump on over to my tracking sheet, and I'll leave a link below so you can take a look at this tracking sheet. It's really just a simple Google Docs spreadsheet. Shows all the positions in my portfolio, ticker symbol, share price. This is pulled using a simple Google Finance function, and I've also added in the average share price. You can see in PNC I am ahead in this investment. Looks like everything I have in this portfolio right now is ahead. I'm not losing money in that, at least on paper. So I added in the average share price recently. The shares, it's using M1 data VLOOKUP to pull that from the M1 data tab. and it's pulling the three things: the average share price, the number of shares, as well as my cost basis. And then you can see there's the market value. Here's the gain or loss in each of these positions, the percent gain or loss, dividend per share. These are all quarterly except for my 2 monthly pairs, which are O and then BST. Remember, that one paid me that hefty $461.70. So BST, without even the dividend drip, is going to pay me $464.59. Looks like I bought a little bit more in a different transaction, but it's going to go up even more. It's going to be over $467 is what I predict for the next time it pays. Well, we can see the yield percentage. This is if I were to buy new shares of PNC today, it would be at 3.86%. Here's the yield on my cost. And let me show you like an example here with Exxon, where I bought these shares at a much lower price. I bought a lot of these when COVID first happened in March. And you can see my average share price at $45, and right now it's at $116. So you can see the disconnect between the current yield and here's the yield on my cost at over 8%, which is quite nice. I also track the pay date. I want to know when I'm going to get paid, and we are in March, so I've got all my March payers in the dark green, and I've got those dividends. But I'm not going to really cover all the dividends in this video. This is mostly my buy video. I'm going to make another video showing you all those dividends and showing you proof that I received those as well. You can see the estimated dividend and the actual dividend paid, and then the total dividends that each position has paid me. We take a look at like SCHD. I have received almost $4,500 from that position, and then BST has paid me almost $6,000 in dividends just in those two investments. And I mentioned before that these stocks, at least most of them, raise their dividend year after year, and I also track that percentage where Home Depot, they raised their dividend in February at 8%, so I'm tracking all of that on this sheet. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you the total of, this is, tracks the total of what the portfolio is worth with my cost basis and my gain or loss, almost at $50,000 in a gain in this portfolio. Here's the current yield percentage of the portfolio. This is an average, and then my average yield on cost. You can see how it's higher because I'm ahead in this portfolio. Here's the quarterly dividends, and I also track the monthly cash flow and also the annual, close to 11,000. I was over the 11,000 mark until SCHD announced their Q1 dividend, which I knew was going to be lower, and I did a video on that. I saw some people were expecting their largest dividend payout from SCHD, and that's why I did that video, is to show that Q1 pays, at least historically, the lowest dividend for SCHD. So on this sheet you can see I also put my strategy. I have some goals in here tracking the SCHD dividend. You can see there's the recent 61 cents that was announced for SCHD in Q1, which was lower than the Q4 74 cents, but was completely expected, as you can see historically how that happens, and that dividend goes up from Q1. And then last year you can see the change from 2022 to 2023 was just under 4%. Also tracking like the high water mark of VTI, we are at all-time stock market highs, and we're over 6% of the prior high water mark, which took a while to re-achieve, because when things went down a year or so ago, it took a while for that to rebound, and it's rebounded and gone up an additional 6%. SCHD is not quite at its all-time high yet. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some data from M1, and we're going to post or paste that into this sheet over here in the M1 data tab. And what it's going to do is it's going to update the the share amounts and also cost basis and average share price for those 8 positions that I bought into. Remember, 3 of them were dividend drips and 5 of them were companies that I selected. So we'll go to the M1 data tab and we're going to grab the data, and this is just a better way for me to update the number of shares, the average price and cost basis, so I don't have to type that in to my sheet. I can just grab the data starting from the name column, go all the way down. We'll just do a simple copy and paste and my sheet will do the rest. What it's going to do is, like for SCHD, which those values are not going to change because I did not buy any additional fractional shares of SCHD, so this data is going to stay the same, but it's going to change for BST, where the shares are going to increase by about 12 shares or so, and also the cost basis and average is going to change as well. And it's going to change also the monthly cash flow average. We're at 888.21, and that's going to go up here by a few dollars. So go ahead and paste that in. Paste special. Values only. It's just going to paste in the information from the M1 holdings tab over to the sheet. Shares for those 8 positions. And so now we're at 891.53. Remember, the 888.21 was the prior amount. And what I do is I track this on the monthly average dividend tracking tab, because this is an event. I track all events when I buy shares, I sell shares, or there's a dividend increase or dividend decrease or dividend drips, things like that. So let's go. We're going to put that 891.53 over there. There we go. And this event, of course, was the waste management, digital realty. This is BST. Also, we had Broadcom, Travelers, F&F, Lockheed Martin, Union Pacific. All these dividend drips were pulled in, plus the $100 deposit. And we'll see what happened there. So it increased my monthly income by $3.32. Let's go to my dividend tracker tab too. We can see we're off to a good start for the month of April. Already increased that dividend income. Of course, we had a loss because of SCHD back in March, but of course that's going to be regained and some, especially in Q4. So you can see how much it's added to the annual income, as well as the monthly, and then month-over-month gain, 0.37. I put in $100. That was my deposits. I also track that. You can see here the portfolio value, dividends paid, things like that. It's all tracked here. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys for this video, is what I purchased this week on this Monday. And I'll show you again really quickly what those were. It was Lowe's, Oracle, Cisco, JP Morgan, and Starbucks. Let me know in the comments below what you're buying this week and what you think of these picks. Everyone have a great week, and everybody take care.